Hi, this is Shirley Agan from the Special Services Department at Region 8. I would like to talk to you about RDA, Results Driven Accountability. The 2019 RDA includes several key changes from the 2018 Performance Based Monitoring Analysis System, the former PBMAS. The term staging has been removed from RDA language and has been replaced with PLs or performance levels. Results driven accountability is a comprehensive evaluation system designed to improve student performance and program effectiveness to support local education agencies or LEAs. The RDA framework is a data driven system that utilizes performance indicators, data validation indicators, and other indicators of program compliance required by federal law. There are four program areas that results driven accountability evaluates: bilingual education in English as a second language, career and technical education, Every Student Succeeds Act, and special education. In this presentation, our purpose will be to focus on the intervention requirements that apply to special education. Your RDA report is color-coded by program area. We will be concentrating on the orange section representing special education. This report will have several acronyms in which you will need to be familiar. PL refers to performance level. RI is required improvement. SA stands for special analysis. And finally, MSR is minimum size requirement. LEAs are evaluated in each of the four program areas and assigned an overall performance level for each program. The LEA is assigned a performance level ranging from 0 to 4, and each performance level is aligned to a specific level of targeted support. TEA differentiates supports by using the terms universal, targeted, and intensive. PL levels 0 and 1 fall within the universal support and have the designation of meets requirements. PL2s and 3s are categorized as targeted support, with PL2s being identified as needing assistance and PL3s as needing intervention. PL4s are at a level of intensive support and categorized as needs substantial intervention. A PL is a result that occurs when a standard is applied to an LEA's performance on an indicator. The PLs available for indicators in the 2019 RDA system include not assigned NA, including not assigned through SA, which is special analysis, 0, 0 SA, 0 RI, 1, 1 SA, 2, 2 SA, 3, 3 SA, 4, 4 SA, and SD. SA once again refers to special analysis, which is described in the minimum size requirement, or MSR, and special analysis SA section. RI refers to required improvement, which is also described in a separate section of the RDA manual. SD refers to significant disproportionality and is used to meet federal requirements under 34 Code of Federal Regulations, CFR 300.647. RDA indicators include a range of PLs, and each PL range has an established set of cut points. Throughout the RDA indicators, the higher the PL is, the lower the LEA performance is. In 2019, SPED indicator number 4, SPED Star Alternate 2 Participation Rate, will be a report-only indicator. No performance level will be assigned to indicator number 4. Performance levels for significant disproportionality include SPED indicators number 9 through 16. These will be assigned using SD Year 1, SD Year 2, SD Year 3, or SD, RP, or reasonable progress. For any racial ethnic group in the group's risk ratio that exceeds 2.5%. As required by federal regulations under 34 CFR Part 300, each LEA's indicator for significant disproportionality will be disaggregated by the following racial and ethnic groups: Hispanic Latino, American Indian or Alaska Native, Asian, Black or African American, Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, white, and two or more races. Reasonable progress will also be applied to determine significant disproportionality. For SPED indicator number 11, SPED representation of ages 3 through 21, each racial ethnic group is also disaggregated by the following disability categories: intellectual disabilities, specific learning disabilities, emotional disturbance, speech language impairments, other health impairments, and autism. Ongoing implementation of RDA will include the addition of new indicators, revision of current indicators, and deletion of indicators that are no longer necessary. Factors independent from RDA itself are also likely to have an impact on the future versions of RDA. Each program area will support LEAs through targeted monitoring based on program performance. Reviews of the Strategic Support Plan, SSP, will occur at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year for LEAs with a PL level 2, 3, or 4 in any program area. Review and support regional teams will coordinate the strategic support plan and related meetings with special populations when an LEA has more than one program area on the SSP, and lead the cross-functional meetings to allow for more collaboration and to make technical assistance recommendations. In special education, any district that must engage in the continuous improvement process and submit it to TEA must do so by February the 7th of 2020. This includes submitting a DCSI, District Coordinator of School Improvement, and establishing a DLT, a District Leadership Team. A DCSI and a DLT will collaboratively engage in this process and provide evidence to support progress towards improving specific program areas. Review and support have aligned the process for continuous improvement with the Effective Schools Framework, or ESF, to include all program areas. Targeted supports for special education LEAs with a determination of needs assistance, which is a PL2, or needs intervention, a PL3, must upload the SSP and self-assessment for review by the Texas Education Agency. The Review and Support Regional Team will provide feedback on the SSP and consider technical assistance recommendations to support the LEA. LEAs with a determination of needs assistance will also participate in a targeted review to support the implementation of the SSP. The LEA will work collaboratively with the Review and Support Regional Team to schedule meetings to discuss the implementation and progress of the SSP over the course of the year. The support from the R&S Regional Team will also include a targeted desk review for LEAs with a determination of needs intervention, a PL3. The targeted desk review will be limited in scope to specific targeted areas of the ARD or IEP that align to the RDA indicators. The purpose of the targeted desk review provides TEA and the LEA an opportunity to collaborate on expectations and build capacity for LEA's compliance. Special education intensive supports are applied when an LEA has an overall PL4, indicating that the LEA has a determination of needs substantial intervention. These activities include the universal and targeted supports and increase ongoing progress monitoring of the continuous district process and SSP from the TEA. The SSP incorporates data findings, problem statements, and root causes that address areas of low performance and program ineffectiveness. LEAs with an overall PL0 and PL1 develop their SSP and retain it and the supporting documentation locally. LEAs in any program area assigned a PL2, 3, or 4 submit their SSP to TEA via the Ascend application in the TEA login or TEAL application. Please note that if you downloaded the SSP and use it, it becomes a fillable form that you will not be able to save. You will need to put the SSP information into a Word document and then copy and paste into the fillable form for completion and then submit. The DCSI is a district-level employee who is in a leadership position in special programs, school improvement, curriculum and instruction, or another position with responsibility for student performance. The primary responsibility of the DCSI is to coordinate with key LEA personnel and stakeholders and also to help them participate in monitoring and support activities. The LEA determines the members of the DLT, or the district leadership team. However, membership of the DLT should include representatives from programs identified as PL2 needing assistance, PL3 needing intervention, or PL4 needing substantial intervention. The LEA team should also include staff responsible for school improvement, curriculum and instruction, and other programs that may have an impact on student performance and program effectiveness. All of these areas have an impact on your overall performance level within special education. The LEA is not required to submit a list of DLT members unless it is requested by the TEA. The LEA is required to submit the name of the DCSI through the Ascend application. A few suggestions for members on the DLT would include LEA Central Office Administrators, bilingual in ESL, Special Education, CTE, and or federal programs administrators or directors, campus administrators, guidance counselors, general education teachers, special education teachers, representation across primary and secondary levels, teachers serving in bilingual or ESL, special education, CTE, and or ESSA-aligned programs. A problem statement is a short, succinct explanation of a problem that someone is facing and a proposed solution to that problem. Problem statements can be effective ways to define an issue and communicate a solution within a short span of time. Before you write your problem statement, think about the problem and your proposed solution, and then be prepared to back it up with your data. LEAs participating in targeted and intensive supports will analyze the data for RDA indicators with a PL2 or higher and or areas of noncompliance for one or more federally required elements or FREs. The LEA must review the performance level for each indicator in every program area. The Strategic Support Plan, or SSP, supports LEAs in prioritizing critical areas of improvement and or correction to increase positive outcomes for students with disabilities. It is an opportunity for LEAs to facilitate communication and decision making by implementing a multidisciplinary collaborative approach, allowing for inclusion of various perspectives to guide the LEA through the continuous improvement process. The SSP, formerly known as the Targeted Improvement Plan or TIP, incorporates data findings, problem statements, and identifies root causes in which they address areas of low performance and program ineffectiveness within the RDA. LEAs will use multiple data sources to examine areas that may have an impact on the effectiveness of their programs. Based on the data analysis, LEAs will determine what problems exist, which ones of those problems are contributing to an ineffective program area, and then look at these problem statements, synthesize the data analysis process into objective statements, and clarify that the areas that will be addressed in the RDA district strategic support plan are those of the utmost need. The strategic support plan is to support an LEA in determining where the LEA or program is compared to where the LEA or program would like to be. Use root cause analysis to look deeper into problems to determine where they are happening. Your annual goal describes what can be expected for you to accomplish within a 12-month period. You and the DLT may also identify some short-term objectives to include as steps to obtaining your goal. TEA is required to make annual determinations about the performance of LEAs using the categories of meets requirements, needs assistance, needs intervention, and needs substantial intervention. As implied, these categories represent various intensities of required technical assistance and/or intervention. States are required to make a determination using these categories for every LEA within the state on an annual basis. Review and support will provide general monitoring and supervision for special education monitoring. Special education determinations are based on two components: the federally required elements, or FREs, and state-defined elements, which are the RDA indicators. If you need assistance with this process, please do not hesitate to contact me using the information provided on this slide.